So, today I wanted to just quickly touch on some things that have been going on with Starbucks in the recent media. Um, First of all, for those of you who don't know, I think initially, like a few days ago or something, a story came out about, or maybe it was last week or something, but anyway, a story came out about two black businessmen. Uh, I forget what business they were involved in. They were, I think they were like, they were like, I'm not sure. But they were like some official guys, like, well, educated, successful black men, and they were trying to have some type of meeting at Starbucks, like people usually do. Um, and for whatever reason they got arrested or like put out for I think they were trying to say they were loitering or something, which people have meetings at Starbucks all the time. So it was definitely racial. It was definitely, the staff just trying to exert more than likely the staff just trying to exert white supremacy over two successful black guys. But then another story came out where another man was talking about a time that he was at Starbucks, and it was like a Starbucks where they had a code to the bathroom door or something, and he had came in and he was going to go to the restroom, but there was a code on the door, so he went to the front and asked one of the workers to give him the code, and they wouldn't give it to him. And they just kind of if you he had like a video of it aired on the news. I'm not sure if there's like something you can find online about it, but basically like he kind of recorded he recorded the woman telling him, no, I'm not giving you the code, or and so he asked one of the other customers, a white customer, a white guy. He asked him for the code, and he went ahead and gave it to him. And so then the black guy came back to the front. He was like, why did you give him the code and you wouldn't give it to me? And they were trying to say he wasn't a paying customer, blah 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 blah. But the reality is the white guy had just walked in as well, but he had the code from a previous time, I guess, or something. But anyway, the point is they wouldn't give the black guy the code, and they got caught, being racist. And so two things have happened with Starbucks today. But why I'm making this video is because my laptop is on such low battery power right now. But why I'm making this video is because Starbucks said that they were going to start some type of, they're going to have like a day off for all the employees on May 26th or something, or May someday in May or something. They were saying they were going to have this nationwide training day for racial sensitivity for their workers or something. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because right now they're trying to excuse me, I'm a little hoarse. They are trying to really backpedal, really try to do damage control, really try to, stop. Basically, what I think they're trying to do is trying to stop black people from boycotting them. And the reality is, those people that did those things to those black customers that came in Starbucks, the thing is, they knew what they were doing. It's not like you can't, I mean, like, racial sensitivity classes, I think they're just, I don't know, that bias training that everybody does, like implicit bias, like, oh, like, if you see a black person and you decide to not sit next to them, like stupid stuff like that. But they know it's wrong. Like, everybody knows it's wrong to treat people different based on their skin color. Like, that's not, we all had to take some sort of standardized tests to pass high school, or to, get the level of education that the typical Starbucks employee has. We've all had to, do different things. So, I mean, they really try to act like they don't have common sense. And I just want to tell black people to don't believe that. And if you ask me, that's kind of the Starbucks energy. When you go to Starbucks, like, a lot of times that energy is just there. That anti-black sort of energy is just already there. A lot of times, like, at a lot of, which I never really liked Starbucks in the first place, because I feel like every time I go, they kind of, sort of side eye me, or, the reason I actually stopped going is because they always get my order wrong. And I mean, I could see if I, like, didn't speak clear, crispy, like I didn't explain to them exactly, what I want, or what, but they always get it wrong. Every time I want, like, some type of, pastry or something, they never have any. So it's like, but then, you see, you walk, when you were walking in the door, you saw a white person coming out with that thing that you wanted or whatever. So, yeah, so I've always noticed that. It's always been kind of a really low level, or, baseline, anti-black energy there. It's always been there. So it's not like, so these two times that they got caught and the whole world is looking at them sideways, now they want to do racial sensitivity classes as if that's going to work. But, it's like, and they haven't punished, and another thing, they haven't punished, either of the employees that were involved with, the two incidents. Like, they haven't punished either one of them. They didn't mention, for the first lady, she was like the manager or something, where she, like, got the two black guys put out. She, they said that she didn't work at that location. They kept on they kept on, what do you call it? Like, really, really pointing out that she doesn't work here anymore. She doesn't work at this location anymore. So it was like, they didn't, but they made it clear to not say, we didn't fire her, like, she's not fired. And the other woman, they did the same thing with her. So, yeah, so they're not punishing employees. That's how you get some act right out of people. You punish them for doing bad things. You don't just give a racial sensitivity class and then call it a day. No, you have to punish people. And if you guys have noticed, a lot of my videos on my channel are, medically related, instances of systematic racism. And that's the same thing with that. The reason you have all of this systematic racism is because it goes on unpunished. Like, people, it's not a problem for them to give a black child the wrong type of blood or the wrong medication, because they're not going to get in trouble for it. It's not a problem for them to, poison black people, or not give them the right treatment, or, disrespect their rights, or, not treat them like the human beings that they are, because, once again, they don't get punished for it. Like, it's just, they're allowed to provide these bogus cover-up stories, or these, nonsensical explanations as to why they did what they did, and they don't get any punishment for it. Whereas when it's a white person, they're required to behave and, follow certain procedures and protocols. But, yeah, I just wanted to quickly say that, just in case, anybody was thinking, oh, well, Starbucks is going to do something about racism. That racial sensitivity classes aren't the answer. The answer is firing those women who were racist to those black customers. Those black customers, like the guy, I think the second guy I was talking about, he was actually going to buy something, but he wanted to stop and use the restroom first. And, thanks to her being ugly, he didn't get to, buy anything. And now I feel like no other black people should buy anything else from them, but that's just me. But yeah, if you have anything that you would like to talk about next or anything, leave a comment, subscribe, send me messages. Let me know what y'all are thinking, how y'all feel. But that is all for today, and y'all have a nice day.